So I have some free time today. Alright. Let's continue Lorm then. Right, because I read the books when doing the Anna stuff. Hey Lorm. Hey Cat! So, where exactly are we going? You mentioned something about treasure hunting, but didn't tell me don't tell me we're actually trying to unearth some ancient human artifacts. Don't worry, this is gonna be fun! I'll just hope for the best. Not sure who came up with it, but someone gave this kit to me as a present a few months ago. Show me the map. A piece of paper that had obviously been treated to look much older than it really was. Doesn't look like much. Well, it's a map and instructions. What more do you need? Not sure if I could be of much assistance, though. I don't exactly know much about the area. But you're big and strong! Or at least, you are bigger and stronger than I am. You can do the digging. Great. Besides, I want to do this for a while now, and Ipsum is always busy, so I figured this would be as good a time as any. Do we need to bring a shovel, or do you expect me to dig with my bare hands? Well, the instructions say we only need a map and a pen. What about ourselves? I think that one's a given. Great, then we're all set. So where are we supposed to go? This is the facility. The place indicated is the school. Or rather, somewhere between the school and the administrative building. Let's go then. Oh man, can you imagine if they reused the same alleyway picture from the underground part, but just didn't make it dark? Here we are. The X on the map is between these two buildings, so it must be around here somewhere. Back to school, huh? Not quite yet. Everyone's on summer break right now. Which is a good thing, because we really wouldn't want you to get swarmed by all the children. They would go crazy if they saw you. How does school work here anyway? Are you talking about this one or schools in general? In general. I'd like to know more about how your school system works as a whole. I see you won't, learning opportunity go by. Just doing my job. You start looking for that treasure then. Sure. I'll look for hints as to the treasure's whereabouts. Lorm started talking. Right, we do have quite the education system. Different schools and districts run on their own, so when looking at details, things can vary a lot. However, there are a few things that are true no matter which region you are in. Compulsory education lasts for about 10 years. There are a lot of options for schools and school systems. Choice is an important factor here. We recognize that there isn't one system that works best for everyone. Well shit, you're doing better than us then. So there are many options depending on what path you want to take. Oh, I guess they do have the advantage of having several different species. That doesn't sound too different from what it used to be like my world, but nowadays things are a bit more chaotic. Practical skills are valued most in our city. You aren't really given a choice to do anything else. Sure, people can learn other things on their own, but it's not as if school is mandatory anymore. People just do whatever they feel like. Did you grow up like that too? No, I still got to experience our old education system, college included. What was your favorite subject? Math. I see. My favorite was art class. Trying out different mediums was always so much fun. I tried sculpting again recently. What for? Art doesn't need justification. But anyway, it helps me visualize what the characters in my game should look like. Can't you do that with a computer? Sure, but working with a physical medium makes things easier for me. Instead of working with an interface, there's only my hands and a lump of clay. No technological gadgets required. I see. Did you find anything yet? I sure haven't. No, I feel like I must be missing something. Maybe. The map clearly marked this place. see for yourself. Yeah, X definitely points to Sally. They must be here somewhere. Examine the walls? They have something to do with the walls. What makes you think so? We're clearly missing something here, so maybe there's some sort of hint we've been overlooking. Something that wouldn't be obvious to anyone else who came through here. No idea what you're talking about. These walls don't look special to me. It's only one along walls trying to find something. Anything like a hidden meeting. Hey, look at that. What do you mean? That guy looks like an X on the wall, don't you think? I guess so. Maybe it's here somewhere. Look, there! Lauren crouched down and stuck his hand in an indentation that ran along the wall near the ground. Aha! What is it? Pulled out a cylindrical shiny object and held it up to me. Looks like some sort of capsule. Maybe there's something inside. That'll be a pretty small treasure. He screwed it open and held the 2 halves cylindrical object in his hands. To our surprise, it didn't have any empty space on the inside. Nothing could be hidden within. Instead, the inside of the 2 halves were engraved. What does it say? 2J. That's it. Yep, it's also on the other half. Might be coordinates. Green on the map had numbers and letters like that. That means 2J would be here, right in the middle of a forest. Let's go! Finding our spot might be a bit more difficult from here on out. Why is that? Don't really have buildings and addresses as reference anymore. Here we only have a spot in the middle of a forest. Don't worry, I have an excellent sense of navigation. Let's hope we find it before it gets too dark though. Things might become a lot more complicated. I'd rather not get lost here. You won't have to worry about anything. If there are any predators in the area, they'll see me as a better target than you. Don't tell me there are predators in these woods. Not really. Might be a stray or two, but that should be it. These woods are considered to be very safe. Even if that's true, and if worst comes to worst, you can just fly away. I guess that's true. You guys sound like you don't like the woods, though. I like going for walks in the woods as long as it's safe. But you don't have anything to worry about here. I already told you, there shouldn't be any predators in these parts. It's not like these woods are haunted or anything. Haunted? That reminds me of something. What is it? Maybe you'll be interested in this. In our world, there's a forest that was notorious for the many suicides that took place there. It was said to be haunted by angry spirits. That sounds horrible! Why are there so many suicides there? What? Why are the spirits so angry? Well, in Japanese folklore, people have a soul or a spirit that is called Raikon. Upon a person's death, the Raikon separates from the body and goes to a form of purgatory. After certain rites have been performed, the Raikon then goes on to join its ancestors and becomes a protector of the living family. However, under certain circumstances, like the rites not being performed correctly or dying in a sudden or violent manner, the Raikon transforms into a Yurei instead. The Yurei can return to the physical world and haunts it until it has been laid to rest. So there you go, another myth for your collection. Well, I know where not to go for my next vacation now. I wouldn't want to visit either. That makes 2 of us. What do you think about stuff like that? Paranormal stuff? You know, until a few weeks ago, humans were still just a myth. If we look at the portal, it's like something that came out of science fiction. Ipsum certainly seems interested in it. He is! He actually read up on some new theories about it. Like what? You remember him telling you about different branches and how the barrier separates them, right? Yeah. So, since the barrier is made up of wormholes and using the portal displaces them, it leaves gaps in the barrier. I distinctly remember him talking about something like that. Oh fuck, I turned my mic off to drink water and didn't turn it back on. Shit. Would you consider yourself to be the same person as them? The only difference between you and the cat from another branch may be that you decided to skip breakfast this morning. Wait. Isn't there a way to, like, look back at the previous stuff? Huh. Wait, is this my inventory? No, blood wouldn't be in my inventory. Huh. Maybe you are all of them. How is that possible? I can see from which many roots can sprout, or a tree and its branches. There may be a uniting factor that branched off into these different timelines, your fundamental nature. You might call it a soul or something similar. The idea is that even though there are many different versions of you, there's an aspect that unites all of you. The part of myself that stands over me, kind of like a superego. An interesting comparison. We use a similar model here, that we can say that you're also made up of 3 distinct parts. Each timeline you have a physical body which is driven by its own base desires that it seeks to fulfill. All physical needs like hunger, thirst, and even breathing fall under this category. However, as a being with free will, you are also capable of making your own decisions. That includes being able to act contrary to what your body is telling you. This ability to think and make decisions on your own is your own rational mind, the self. Lastly, there's the third part I just talked about, the one that stands above all of you and unites you in some way. Let's call this your higher self. Through this higher self, you may be able to communicate with your alternate selves in some way. Usually, the barrier would prevent this, but through the gaps, communication becomes a possibility. The more gaps there are, the easier this should be. And how would I go about doing that? I suppose that would be the job of the higher self, so I can't control it. These are all just theories. We wouldn't really know until it happened. Only then could we study it. If it was to happen, how would I know? Oh, if it was to happen, how would I know? If someone else's experience gets relayed through this connection to you, it could manifest in a number of ways. It could be something like a deja vu or a false memory, maybe even dreams. But the biggest difficulty would be to recognize that this phenomenon is happening in the first place. Certainly quite out there, you have to admit. Sure, but quantum mechanics are already complicated enough. As you look at what lies beyond, it's just crazy territory. What do you think about all this? Oh, what do you think about all this? I think it might already be happening. Really? Just think about it. If the possibility of it ever happening is there, then it's more than likely that it already has. I'm not sure I follow. Let's assume that this is an average timeline. The portals have been found by both of our people. Contact has been made, and now you and Riza are both here for a visit. A few letters were exchanged before you and Riza were sent here, so that means the portal has already been used a few times. Using a portal once might only have an infinitely small effect on the barrier, like poking a hole in a castle wall with a needle. However, if you multiply this by a nearly infinite number of possible timelines in which these same events have happened, the effects must already be noticeable. Of course, some people may be more susceptible to this than others. So you think you've already experienced it? I don't know. I've been having some weird dreams lately. Dreams can always be weird, though. I know, it's just... I don't know. Just enter a clearing, and from my view, I can see some odd lines that have been drawn on the ground. Hey, I think this is the spot. Why do you think so? Well, the giant X on the ground kind of gives it away. Lorm took a few flaps of wings. After looking at the scenery from above, he returned to me. You're right, it does look like a giant X. Guess it's time to get our hands dirty. That may not be necessary. What are you talking about? Went to the center where the lines were crossed, picked up an object that was lodged halfway into the ground. I guess not many people come out this way, huh? He returned to me once more, holding another capsule similar to the one we found near the school. You have to go back to town after walking all this way out. You have to go back anyway. And it's open. Apparently we're going to 6K now. Where's that? Abandoned store on the other side of the forest. That's where we're going. That just means the way back is going to be even longer. You sure we should even be here? This is the place indicated by the map. Now, something about the building being roped off. Maybe that's just part of the game. Is the flooding part of the game too? Oh yeah, it is flooded. I thought that was floor. Hey, you can give it if you want to, I certainly won't. Now, are you gonna help me or not? I guess. Just didn't expect that I have to get wet for this. All part of being a treasure hunter. Let's just look for the X. Sure. Lorm flew up to the light fixtures to get a view from above while I checked out the shelves. I remember when we could still shop here. What happened? Apparently the area has a problem with flooding. I can see that. So much work and resources are needed to erect a building like this one. And in the end it just gets abandoned. We have plenty of empty buildings where I come from. Oh really? Not sure that's a good reminder of home though. At least we don't have a problem with flooding. Yeah, they got sent back, by the way. Really? Why? Political reasons. Oh, I don't think I'm supposed to talk about it. You just did. To relate to that announcement they made about Riza? Maybe. Huh, guess things are getting pretty serious. They are. Have you found anything yet? Not really. Maybe it's underwater. Think so? Certainly not anywhere near the ceiling. I already checked there. I found nothing near the walls or the shelves. It could be hidden beneath the floor tile or something like that. Suppose you're right. Let's do it! Alright. Without hesitation, Lorm vanished beneath the water surface. I breathed in deeply, crouched down, and began looking underwater as well. How deep is this water? Didn't look that deep in the picture. I looked around, but nothing seemed out of the ordinary to me. Just as I was about to resurface to get some air, I heard a splash accompanied by a loud thud. What was that? Lorm? Everything was quiet as I looked around for my companion. Suddenly I heard frantic knocks coming from a shelf that was lying on the ground, half submerged in water. Realized that it was still standing and came over. Where it soon became clear that the knocks were coming from beneath. Lorm? Quickly mustered all my strength to grab the shelf, lifting it up and still fell over to the other side with a loud splash. Lorm resurfaced, gasping for breath. What just happened? I was looking underwater and suddenly the shelf just came down on top of me. Are you okay? Yeah, I think so. My leg hurts a bit, but that's about it. I totally saw something. Let me show you. Not waiting for a reply, Lorm dove into the water again, resurfacing just a few seconds later holding an ominous metal box that had a large X on it. This should be it. Let's hope it's waterproof though. From the looks of it, it is. We should go outside though. It'd be hard to read anything in here. Sure. Well, what's inside? Lorm held up the box to me. I took one of the sheets of paper that were inside and started reading. I think these are pizza vouchers. Lorm was holding another sheet which he started reading aloud. Congratulations! You've solved Pantoli Pizza's annual treasure hunt. Remember the code word enclosed for an instant rebate on your next order and a chance for the grand prize. You could be the lucky winner for a year's supply of Pantoli's pizza. This competition will run until... Oh, what is it? It's expired. The treasure hunt, the contest, apparently it all ended months ago. Can we still get the pizza? Well, I don't think that offer is still valid. I mean, we could still get pizza regardless. The whole thing has made me really hungry. I suppose this concludes our treasure hunt. What do we do now? Maybe we can see this experience as another reminder that the journey is its own reward. Or that the early bird gets the worm. You really want some pizza, don't you? That makes me wonder, though. Why didn't they get rid of the hints in this box when the contest expired? They must have realized that people may still have these kits at home, even when the contest is over. People went out looking for a hint in the woods and it wasn't there anymore. They might look for hours to decide there's nothing to find. Or they just didn't care. You know, I'm slowly starting to lose hope in Pantoli's pizza. Sending us here is really negligent. Who knows what would have happened to you if I wasn't here? Maybe this whole building crashed down and the next unlucky people ended up here. Maybe that's why I was roped off in the first place. Oh yeah, now you consider that. But you thought it was part of the game. Maybe they should put up a sign or something. While I was talking, Warren walked towards one of the wooden poles that was used to rope off the building. Picked up a large rectangular object from the ground that was hidden in the grass. It was a wooden sign. Warning! Do not proceed past this point. The treasure hunt is concluded. There's nothing more to find. Danger ahead. We could find the treasure, but not this huge sign? What's that say about us? I'm not sure exactly. We should probably head back before it gets too dark, though. Still have to go through the woods again. Alright, let's go. Do you want to pick up some pizza on the way home? I don't know. Alright. Loss. Passion. Back to chapter 4. Let's see what happens. I hooked my eyes fixed on the ceiling wallpaper. A sense of dread lingered from a nightmare I no longer remembered. I'm going to save real fast. Haven't done that well. Many more times. Blah blah blah. No, don't skip it. Oh. Right. Adine doesn't appear in this part. Alright. I'll do it. And there we go, Chief lives. I'll be sure not to miss it. Alright, we can do 2, so... Take the eggs to the hatchery to meet Adine, since that's the #1 priority. Right. Just myself. Alright, let's see if anything changes because we've been friends with Adine. Hey, Cat, what are you doing here? Oh, I just came by to drop these off. Drop what off? The stolen eggs for the hatchery want them back. Oh, I was actually going to get those from police department later. So glad they got back safely. Emily, stop chewing my leg. It's tasty. Oh well. Anyway, I was about to go inside, so I'll take those off your hands. Thanks for bringing them here. No problem. So, nothing. Alright, let's talk to the witness since that's with Lorem. Oh, it's you. Can I help you? Yeah, I'm working with police and hope you could answer a few questions. Because I respond to your call for witnesses about last night, right? Yes. Alright, what do you want to know? Can you tell me what happened? Sure, I was running an experiment in my home laboratory and waiting for it to finish. Around 2 a.m., I suddenly hear a few bangs outside. It reminded me of small explosions. Sound like they were coming from just around the corner. I see. Did nothing about this seem unusual to you? Not really. I knew I've caused a few similar disturbances in my experience before. Someone else decided to take up home experimentation. They certainly have my approval. Besides, I wasn't in any position to ban the experiment that I was running at the time, or else it could have had a similar outcome. Thank you. I think that'll be all. No problem. By the way, are you going to meet with Lorem again anytime soon? I don't know. Why are you asking? I've hung out with him a few times now. See, he doesn't have many friends. I think he's starting to like you. That's not really unusual. It's just, if something happens next time you meet, don't be mad at him, okay? Okay. Alright. Oh, yep. This guy again. Let's see. Hey, it's me. Do you want to meet up again? I know you're busy. Summer festival is coming up soon. Not saying we should go. We certainly could if you want to. AK's coming back when you hear this. Alright, this is why okay, this is what I was really saving for. Okay. So, Lorem's on the docket for the summer festival now. Seriously, how was I so much more efficient? Right, last time I did read books and met with Sebastian. Me. So I guess that means I get one more meeting with someone? Shoot. Well, I need to take a quick break, so we'll figure that out when I get back.